Hello sweet summer children, I am kitsune-fuzzy and welcome to another entry in my indie games devlog. Before anything else, I want to thank everyone who has subscribed so far, because we have reached the first milestone of 1,000 subscribers! Big thank you to everyone! Now to the project. This week I started with the level select Overworld concept, and cleaned up a few things here and there. Alright, so for the world map, we need of course a new map. Duh. I chose to start this from an open world template, so if I move between islands or something, whatever it will be, Unreal should be able to handle loading and unloading the chunks for me automatically. If that works, that would be great. Now we need at least two objects, a level marker and a path to use between the markers. Let's just give the marker a simple sphere mesh to show its location before making any models for it. For the path, I actually just copied the wooden fence blueprint and replaced the fence with blocks for now. And it needs a few extra variables like the level markers it connects. Then I can also use them to automatically connect the spline that is used to generate the blocks showing the path to those markers, saving me a lot of work doing the manual placement. Now we also need a new player pawn for the world map, since we obviously can't use our ball actor that we use in actual levels. They are just too different. And give it some variables like the current marker we are standing on and the path that we might be moving on, the speed that we want to be moving at, and the boolean to see if we are currently moving. Then it took me a little to figure out a somewhat clean way to choose a path and move along it. I added 4 map path variables to the map markers. For each direction it can have a connection path. So as the player knows what marker he is currently standing on, we can check for a connected path when we press in any direction. If we find a path, make this our current path and move along it to the next map marker. For the ball rotation, I've tried being a bit sneaky and just use its current X and Y positions in world space and plug them into the mesh's rotation. Next, I've added a basic UI to display a level's name on screen. It's a simple string displayed on screen, and when the player changes the marker it's currently standing on, it changes the displayed name. So that's 2 more variables to the marker. A level name to load when we want to enter a level, and the level name to display on the UI, so it can be something more fancy rather than just Jungle 01 or something. Next step was to make it so that when we exit a level we go back to the correct map marker, and not just always spawn back on the first one. So I saved the played level name in the game instance, so it persists after loading different levels. And when coming back to the map I check what marker is supposed to load this level, and when we find one we set that as our current level marker. A small change on the goal screen, instead of reloading the current level, it now throws us back on the map screen. After this I started updating the map screen models. I made a simple typical cylinder spot thing with a color plate in the middle that can change depending if the level is unlocked or not. Maybe I should also add another color if the player has completed the level. And for the connection line I just use wide scaled boxes for now, it seems to look alright. Then I've added a simple underground to see how it would look with height variation and not just everything floating in the sky. I will make a more final version of the map when I know what levels it should show under the map markers. Finally, I wanted to make screen fading simpler to access from everywhere. Before it was tied to the player when falling out of bounds from stage. I moved this part to the game instance so that I can use the same fading UI for level transitions or whatever else comes to mind. I basically copied the black bar node system that is used in cutscenes, currently after pressing a switch, like in the jungle level where the gate opens to the goal. But that's not the only improvement, I still would have to initialize the screen fading or black bars somewhere before using them. And sometimes I just love the ideas I have. When triggering a screen fade, I check if the object is valid and on screen. And if it's not, I use a sequence to then automatically initialize it and then do the screen fade afterwards. So no more manual initializations for black bars and screen fades. I can just ask for them and they automatically set up and play. And this is it for this week. I hope you had fun watching this week's devlog entry. And as always, I want to thank my patrons Yaya Danbus, Nathaniel Page, Ori Don't Official and every smaller supporter who helped making this project possible. If you enjoy these kinds of videos and would like to see more, you can click the red subscribe button to get notified when I upload new videos. And leave a like to show the YouTube algorithm that this video is worth watching. Thanks everyone, I appreciate you and I hope to see you again next time. Bye!